Today for Studio 512, very romantic holiday right around the corner. It's happening this weekend, and Raquel Greer-Gordian of Greer Image Consulting is here to help us create chic looks. I went really chic with the way I was talking, using everyday styling principles. Raquel, good morning.
Good morning, Rosie.
Love you in this hat, so fun.
Oh, thank you.
We're starting with fitted and flowy. We're
Yes.
kind of doing principles of opposites to make one cohesive look.
Absolutely. So in styling, you want to accentuate and you want to balance. So fitted with flowy is all about balancing. And so what I have here is like kind of a little pink, and I did stick with the pink and the red because I do think it is so fun for Valentine's Day to stick in that color palette. So you can do a little crop top, you can do a little bodysuit, something tight. And then on bottom, what I have is kind of a baggy, oversized jeans. So you always want to balance fitted with flowy. If it's too loose, it's gonna look like a big sack. If it's too fitted, you're probably not gonna be comfortable. So those are a good way to balance. And you can also always do the opposite. So if you have a skinnier pant, you can do a little bit flowier top, but you wanna use those principles either way you go.
Gotcha. And a pair of shoes to go with?
Yes. When you have a baggier jean like this, that's a great opportunity to do kind of a platform heel. And obviously, with Valentine's Day, something a little bit more romantic, something a little bit sexier is fun. The Gen Z kids would do a little bit more of like a sneaker with it, but kind of like the more classic style, the more chic, you want to do that platform.
I love all the colors. They're so fun. Okay, long and short going together.
Yes. So right here, so it seems like it's going to warm up, but I did put a sweater with a little mini dress. So long and short, again, it's about balance. So we have the fitted with the flowy, and then you could always do a longer jacket with a little mini dress. So that's a perfect way to feel comfortable if it is a little bit shorter. And when you play with those kind of proportions, it becomes pleasing to the eye. So it's a more interesting look. It's a more creative look, and that makes it chic.
Honestly, in my opinion, it also makes it more comfortable because restaurants tend to be so cold.
Yes.
So to have like a longer sweater to cover your cute little dress, it makes you more comfortable at dinner time. Yeah.
And then on bottom, we also have kind of a little platform booty. So because it's a little bit colder for this look, we've got the little platform booty elevated again, like the platforms over there, the open toe. It makes it a little bit more sexy, a little bit more fun. And if it is it a little bit more cooler, that's a great opportunity for you to wear a booty.
Closed toe, and you've got socks on. Like it.
Yes.
Okay. Sexy and sporty. We're using the word sexy on daytime TV. Here we go.
Yes. So that's another great way to make your look interesting, creative, thoughtful, fashion forward. So we've got just kind of another, pink, and I don't know if the viewers can see it, but there's kind of little flowers in here. So very romantic dress. So obviously with the spaghetti straps, it is a little bit on the sexier side. But Austin, you always want to dress down too. It's a very casual town. So a really fun way to do that is mix it with a sporty sneaker. So especially, again, if you have a shorter length, if you go with the platforms, you're going to be kind of focused on that all night. So this will make you a little bit more comfortable, kind of tone it down a little bit. And then with a sexy and sporty look, you can do some fun jewelry on top. Layer a pendant necklace, maybe with some turquoise for a little Texas look as well.
Yeah, turquoise is always going to go in Texas. I know that.
Yes, and it goes with everything.
But and I was going to say you can pick up some of the colors in the shoes and that sort of thing.
Yes.
Play around with it. Okay.
Link it all.
All right. Next thing is an inside line. I don't know what that means.
Yes. So a great way to kind of bring in the silhouette, tighten, and kind of frame your face with anything that you're wearing is to create an inside line. So we know that horizontal stripes will widen, and then vertical stripes will kind of lengthen and make you look taller. But then it also kind of brings the focus in. So you not only do that with something that has a vertical stripe, but you can do that with a jacket. So you're creating a line right here so the focus goes up to your face. And then underneath, this is kind of like a little Valentine's Day outfit because we've got the denim on denim. So this is a little bit more casual.
Or like a super casual. Maybe you just have been hanging out a couple times.
Yes.
You are going out for Valentine's Day, but maybe it's to a beer garden or something like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so this would be perfect for that. You can add a little tank top, a little crop top underneath. I've got a bralette under here. And then I love a denim on denim look. Again, we always have the little like nod to the Western looks in Texas. So denim on denim is very much that.
And I'm checking this universal thread. That's coming from Target. So
yes.
These are affordable pieces.
Absolutely, absolutely. Love Target pieces. And then on bottom we have the little booties. You could do a taller boot for the shorts, but this is fun. This is casual and comfortable.
And you can walk around easily. That makes it simple. Okay, talk to me about pendants. Really making your face, light up at the right length. That's always a big one, right?
Yes, absolutely. So the balance point. So you want to hit on your balance point. And so basically what a pendant does, so you always want to accessorize with everything that you're wearing, because those are the little details that show that you're put together, polished, and you're thoughtful about those details. So when you have a deep V or you have a high neckline, a pendant necklace is an easy way.
Gorgeous. I love the Western. This has got a little horse on it.
I'm always got a little Western. And so this is a perfect way if you have a deeper V. It kind of brings that focus up top, frames your face. And again, you can do it with a deeper V, so you've got a similar silhouette. Or if you have like a mini dress with a high neck, you can also do a little pendant necklace.
Something that will catch just a little bit of attention,
yes.
But show, to your point, that you're pulled together. Tucking is also a great way to, for free, show people that you've got it all together, kind of
Yes,
thing.
absolutely. Tucking is a classic technique for styling. And when you have a shorter skirt, you can kind of play, because we played with short and long here, you could do like a longer sweatshirt with this cute little mini leopard skirt, but you can also tuck. And what that does is bring the attention up to your waistline. So if you're an hourglass, a pear shape, some inverted triangles, yes. It is the perfect way to kind of highlight your shape, balance the silhouette, and again, give you kind of like a little bit sexier shape too for the holiday.
Okay, I do have to ask, with that much extra material, sometimes I get caught up, how can I tuck it appropriately so that it doesn't look like there's lots of stuff hanging around?
You don't want bulk.
Yeah,
so you can do a side tuck on this, and then actually I brought a little hair tie, and what you can do is kind of tie it up on the side, and then you can tuck it underneath.
I was gonna say, a lot of women who lived through the 80s and 90s have just seen that side tie and thought to themselves, I know how to do that. But
this tie, we're tucking it up underneath.
We're tucking underneath.
Not to be seen.
Okay, all right. We're in our last 30 seconds here, so can you talk to me about what you're offering right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So for my clients, I do styling and shopping. So what I do is very hands-on. So I literally go into my clients' closets and, I really focus on education. So teaching them their best colors, their body type, how to use everything in their wardrobe in a bunch of different ways so that they can feel more confident, more creative. And really my goal is to help people wear 100% of their wardrobe. So a lot of that is in the wardrobe. And then for a lot of my clients that hate shopping, I also shop for them. So pre-shop, pull everything in the store. They arrive, go in, I've got it pulled, and then we can add to the wardrobe and really make it fashion forward.
I could brag on you for hours, but guys, it's like Clueless. She gives you a picture of what to wear. That way you can just flip through your little folder when you're ready to pick something out for the day. You're so awesome at what you do, Raquel. Thank you so much.
Rosie.
Yeah, of course. All right, DM Raquel on Instagram for more information on her services, or you can learn more by going to her website, greerimageconsulting.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Taste on Main. There is a precious place in downtown Buda that is family run, and I absolutely adore it. Today we're speaking with Tamra Tyndall, the co-owner of Taste on Main, to learn a little bit more about the restaurant. And hey, we've got Valentine's Day coming up, Tamra, so tell me what's on offer for V-Day.
Well, Valentine's Day is a special day, and this year it's on a Saturday, so we'll be celebrating Friday and Saturday. And Chef Francisco's come up with two amazing features. We have a lobster raviolo appetizer, and that's going to be lobster stuffed ravioli with mascarpone and ricotta cheese and a Veracruz cream sauce.
And I see a little jalapeno on top.
Yes, well, we always like to spice it up.
Oh yeah, Chef Francisco is really good at that.
Yes,
and what else?
We do have our seared U8 scallops, and they're served with a Parmesan cream sauce, a chili oil, black truffles, and Mexican chorizo. Everybody likes a steak, so this is our New York strip, which is my favorite cut. And what I like about our steaks is that we serve them with 3 sauces. So we have a tallow butter, which is served on top of the steak. Then we also have a béarnaise sauce, and then we also have a peppercorn cognac sauce.
All right, talk to me about this lobster roll. That's gorgeous.
I'm so proud of our lobster roll. You're going to hear me say pride a lot because I'm proud of our food and drink. Our lobster roll is with a béarnaise and celery and lettuce and chives and our great french fries.
And you've also got some really good drink to go down with all this food.
Yes, we have a fantastic wine list. Our bartenders are always creative, creating new, amazing cocktails. They're reimagining old classics and coming up with new cocktails and new mocktails. And then we have our curated spirits list, which I'm super proud of.
Yeah, and I can see some really gorgeous whiskeys behind me. You guys are pretty good at a good old fashioned.
We are, yes, yes. And this specific old fashioned is made with our single barrel Old Forester selection that we went to Old Forester and we picked out a barrel of bourbon.
Wow.
Yes, it's got our name on it.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it means it's going to be really refreshing. Let's talk about brunch. That's kind of the last thing that we need to tick off here because we've got this lovely dinner set up. But hey, you guys have got some brunch options too.
I'm so proud of our brunch. We have probably the best brunch in Central Texas, in my opinion. If you like to save your carbs for the weekend, come to Taste on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 3. We have buttermilk pancakes, we have French toast with lemon cream, and we have beignets.
Okay, sounds good to me, Tamara. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for being here.
Celebrate Valentine's Day Friday or Saturday and make your reservations now by going to tasteonmain.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Taste on Main. Welcome back, everybody. Get ready to test your music knowledge and indulge in stage games at Waterloo Records for their Mid-Wednesday Team Trivia. Joining us now is our good friend. We haven't seen him in person in a long time. It's Patrick Floyd.
Thanks for having me back.
Well,
I'm excited.
thank you for being here. Okay, game night. It's a new concept. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, so Waterloo has a new location as of last August. We made our move to our location now at 11th Street in Lamar. We moved a few
Still on
blocks
Lamar.
up. Still on Lamar, a few blocks up. And while we're at the new location, there are some things we're doing that we've never had a chance to do at Waterloo before. We're reimagining the store. And one of those is a monthly trivia night. We call it Mid-Wednesday. It's on the second Wednesday. And this coming Wednesday is second Wednesday, Mid-Wednesday trivia. It's mostly music related. It is mostly multiple choice, and we're really excited about getting it going this year.
I was worried when you told me that it was all music trivia because I was thinking, okay, maybe not for me. But when you said multiple choice, I came back on board.
Well, multiple choice, the idea, we want it to be something where everyone comes in. We're writing questions about music we love. We want to have fun. It's a game night at our place. We don't want people to come in and think, oh, this is a reminder of the things I don't know. You've got a fighting chance. You've got things you can guess on, and if you don't get it right, you probably had the second best answer. Keep on trucking.
He's got such a great attitude. Okay, one of the games that you wanted to talk about was Sure and Nope.
Yes, so Sure Nope is essentially true false. This one's a stage game. So the team trivia, we get a couple breaks where we bring people on stage. They're playing separate scores, playing for prizes. But for Sure Nope, and you want to try it out?
I do.
Okay, let's just get a warm-up. A warm-up. Texas singer-songwriter Willie Nelson was born in Abbott, Texas. Sure Nope. That is correct. That is correct. So there's a sure.
See,
All right.
you're making me feel better already.
Okay, how about this one?
Okay.
Elvis Presley made his first recordings in the mid-50s for Chess Records in Chicago, Illinois.
Am I correct?
You are correct.
No way.
We're looking for Sun Records in Memphis. So there you go. Sometimes they're going to be a little tricky. I'm not trying to be devious, but again, music we love. We're going to give people a chance to playfully have fun. And Sure Nope just sounds like more fun to me than True False.
And you've got a 50-50 chance. Why
You're
not?
always almost right.
You're always almost right. Okay, and then you're also going to be bringing back a game that we have from Studio 512 from many moons ago.
Yes.
Talk to me about this game.
So this album cropping right here, we get a circle album crop of this album. So we're trying to identify the artist in the album title without seeing the full album cover. This is something we pioneered here on Studio 512 many moons ago.
I love to see that it still has legs.
From this image, do you have a guess on artist or title?
I am guessing that that is Miss Sabrina Carpenter.
You're entirely correct. So that would be worth 1 point. If you knew the title of the record, Short and sweet. That could have
Short and
gotten you
sweet.
2 points, but this
Okay.
is for the final event of the night. This is for the Stage Crate Showdown, which is unique to Waterloo. It's unique to Mid-Wednesday Team Trivia, and this is how the whole thing gets settled at the end. We'll have cropped records, teams flipping through them. It's going to be a fun, culminating event.
It's a really fun way to approach trivia, is all these different kind of styles, rather than just sitting down and listing on a piece of paper.
Again, we're at the new location. We're trying to do things we've never done, maybe no one's ever done. We're just trying to have fun with the music we love.
And not only that, you're bringing in special guests to make each evening even more special. And Carrie Rodriguez is going to be at Wednesday.
This Wednesday, I'm so excited. So Carrie Rodriguez, fresh off of her laboratorio performance with Ruben Ramos. Ruben Ramos is a Chicano and Tejano legend. The record that Carrie made with Ruben Ramos is not out yet. So the record comes out in May. She just played the arrangements of the record for the first time in her laboratorio series. Shannon and I were at the show. We had a magical night. So we're going to hear selections. We're going to hear excerpts from this unreleased wonderful record with Carrie Rodriguez. She's going to be in conversation with us, and then Carrie has agreed to choose the best team name to award bonus points for team trivia, so she's going to be the perfect guest.
So it would be really nice to be a special guest, because you can just kind of award points and sayonara, see you later.
Well, it's close to how I feel about performers in Austin. They give us so much, and Carrie is going to come in, grace us with her presence, talk about music, and then award bonus points.
Love
and you
it.
always get bonus points from Carrie Rodriguez.
Well, and I'm going to say to anybody who might be thinking about heading out on this Wednesday, if you can come up with a really clever name that involves Carrie Rodriguez somehow, or
Could be.
El Laboratorio.
Well, you're not trying to impress me.
Yeah.
It's all about impressing Carrie. It's what she's going to be looking for, which is part of the excitement for me. It's game night.
Start thinking about it now. Okay, I like that a lot. All right, when should people arrive for game night?
You can start signups at 6 o'clock
Okay.
and try and get settled and get your spot near the stage. We actually get going a little after 6:30.
Okay, a little after 6:30. How long should this take?
We will finish up at 8:30. I don't think our special guest will necessarily make it for the whole evening, so if you want to make sure and hear a little bit of Carrie's new record with Ruben Ramos, get there closer to 6:45. But I think probably around 8:30 we will finish the Stage Crate Showdown and we will have a new champion.
Okay, and then it just starts the wheel of time. Here we go. Trivia happening at Waterloo, and what else is happening at Waterloo?
Oh, again, we got a great, I'm looking forward to, Shiuchi Iwami wrote a book on Uncle Walt's Band. Uncle Walt's Band is a band that's beloved to Austinites. They weren't from here initially, but it's one of the bands that moved here and just thrived and found an audience. They're a beloved band. We're overdue for really getting a telling of their story. So we've got a book event this evening at 5, and then 6:30-ish on Wednesday, we'll be doing Mid-Wednesday Team Trivia. It's the second Wednesday. We don't have one for March because we got South by. The next one after this one will be in April. So it'll be April 8th will be our
hang
next
on.
Mid-Wednesday.
I know I have to ask about South by in our
Yes.
last few seconds here, because you guys are always, I mean, you're a place to discover new music during South by, quite frankly.
That is our hope. We
Yeah.
want to be a hope. We want to be discovery and inspiration. Right now, we're at a new location from last year. We are still ironing out the details. We're excited. We're going to have new information to announce soon. But even before South by, there's new stuff coming all the time at Waterloo Records. So I would say check on our socials and on the website with the events. But we will be announcing South by stuff soon. I almost,
That's a lot to
I
get
got ahead of
through.
myself. But that'll be soon. But yeah, just keep an eye on our socials and on the website.
Sounds good to me, Patrick. It's so good to welcome you back to the studio. For more information on game night, visit waterloorecords.com, or you can follow them on social media. Learn more about what's happening for South by at Waterloo Records.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Cadeau. Curated gifts and signature candles ready to customize and ready to ship. Owner Amy Davis is here to introduce us to her store, Cadeau. Hi, Amy, how are you?
I'm good, Blake. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, why don't you just start with telling us kind of the origin story of Cadeau, how you got started?
Yeah, I was working in corporate America and decided that that wasn't bringing me joy anymore. Gifting always has. So Cadeau means gift in French, and so that's where it sort of came from.
Love that.
And
French
then-
lesson of the day.
Here we go, yes. And kind of fast forward a few months later, I sort of started a passion project with the candles, and then that became my very first signature product.
Which I love, and I know that you have great gifts, really available for anyone, any time of year, but especially customized gifts. Kind of tell us how that process works.
Yeah, so custom gifts are kind of where we shine. Believe that everything should be really thoughtful and intentional. Gifts are often obligatory, or people just buy them because they feel like they have to, and we do things a little bit differently around here. So we believe that thoughtful gifting should be made simple. And so starting the custom process always is just a conversation of what the client is really wanting, what they're wanting their recipients to have.
What's maybe an item or items that you feel like really sets Cadeau apart?
Yeah, well, as I mentioned, our candles are our signature product.
Yes.
They're hand poured by me.
Who doesn't love
every
a candle, you know?
Everyone,
Yeah.
everyone does. So our candles are sort of our core signature piece. We also carry things year round for milestone moments and thoughtful gifting. Things like housewarming gifts or real estate closings or new babies or birthdays, those things that are coming up every year. Our candles are made with non-toxic soy coconut wax, so no paraffins or wax additives. And the fragrances that we use are all phthalate and carcinogen free. So
Wow.
clean ingredients and a clean burn.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, tell us just quickly about kind of the customers that you serve.
Yeah, really anyone and everyone.
Okay.
So anybody who's needing a gift that is thoughtful and intentional and personalized, we'd love to help you. Specifically for the custom pieces, we really work with companies or special events or milestone birthdays or real estate agents, somebody needing something that's a little bit personalized, but it on large scale.
Yeah, I love that. Custom gifts, personal gifts, and just really gifts for anyone, any time of year. I think that's really special. Amy, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Start shopping now at curatedbycadeau.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Cadeau.
Welcome back, folks. The Bullock Museum is a perfect family-friendly educational adventure. They've got activities and events for all ages. Joining us now with the latest updates are Museum Programs Coordinator Kimberly Crabb and Museum Programs Manager Leslie Little. We're happy to have them both. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we're starting with you, Kimberly. Always, if you can, remind us about Little Texans. You guys go out of your way to create programming for littles.
Yes. Every month we have a program for children 2 to 5. We call it the First Museum Experience for children. And we do a special topic of Texas history, and then we do sensory bins, crafts, and let the children explore something hands-on.
Which is great because a lot of the learning happening in their world at the ages 2 through 5 is with their hands,
Right.
Right? Getting kind of tactile. Okay, February's edition, tell me what the theme is.
Yes, so we are learning about the LaBelle, and that was a 17th century ship that Robert LaSalle was hoping to start a French colony in Mississippi. But
What?
unfortunately, he landed in Matagorda Bay, Texas. So, and the ship was underwater for about 300 years, and then Texas Historical Commission located it about 1995, and then it made its way to the Bullock and our first floor gallery in 2014.
So are you telling me the actual ship
Yes, the hull.
sank?
Yes.
Oh boy. And you guys have it at the Bullock.
Yes, we have the hull of the ship, and actually right here are 2 pieces of the ship. The
like
ship
touching
dowels.
history.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And then the one that next to it, the light one, is what it would have looked like when they first built it.
Wow. Okay. Time and spending some years under the sea.
Yes.
So to
yes,
speak.
changed it just a little bit.
It'll change the shape a bit.
Right,
But
right.
that is a really cool historical thing to have happened in Texas.
Yes.
So what's kind of the history that you're wanting kids to take away from the LaBelle?
Well, a couple of things. One, The labelle was actually a ship kit. Those were really popular in 17th century France, kind of a pre-IKEA.
I'm thinking pre-Sears as well, right?
Yes.
You used to be able to make your home from Sears
right.
catalog.
It was a kit. And the labelle was supposed to be a kit on another ship, but for whatever reason, they ran out of room. They ended up building the labelle, and then it came over on the ocean. So it is a smaller ship. So we want the kids to be able to use Lincoln logs and build their own labelle, and then also play with our sensory bin. We have little labelles here. And then LaSalle was going to Mississippi, but he ended up in Texas. So we have some
Texas shapes
for them. Right. So,
but even just getting in there, kind of moving the ships around, seeing the shapes, this is all leading to learning for little minds, which is kind of an explosion time, right?
And just letting them explore with their hands, maybe getting a little messy, having fun. And then when we're done, we're all going down to the first floor to see the labelle, and they can see it in person.
So cool.
So that should be really fun.
Awesome. Okay. So Leslie, it looks like we're about to change subjects, but I have a feeling that these two things tie together. It's Pride and Prejudice that we're talking about.
Yes.
Is it because it's from the same time period?
No, it's Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh, that would be the reason.
So for adults, we're doing Pride and Prejudice and the 2005 version with Keira Knightley. So we're super excited about that on Sunday, February 15th. This last year, we celebrated the 250th anniversary of Jane Austen, her birthday.
Wow.
And then the 20th anniversary of this film that we're actually going to be showing. We're going to have two screenings, one at 11:30 and one at 2:30. And we're going to be having some crafts that we're going to be doing at 1:30 in between the two showings.
So this is for the adults. The adults get to have a little fun as well.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about the crafts.
So we have an embroidered postcard right here, so they'll be able to embroider words or add to pictures or things like that. And then we have some bookmarks right here. They're velvet bookmarks, kind of what they would have wore on their dresses. And they have little charms and little pearls on them. And so also, if you arrive early, we're going to have little desserts and tea to go with your film.
Well, now you're up my alley. This is desserts, tea, romantic movie based on a book. That sounds like a really fun afternoon. So might be difficult to drag the fellas. Not that I'm painting a broad brush, but maybe a Galentine's.
Yes,
Or
very much
take
so.
your mama, take your sister, that sort of thing. That'd be a lot of fun. So talk to me about tickets. How do we get a hold of those?
Tickets. You'll go to the website. It's $12 for general admission and $8 for museum members.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
And may I ask why you chose specifically the Keira Knightley version of Pride and Prejudice? Was it personal?
A little bit. It's definitely my favorite version. The other one's a little bit too long for us to show in the Spirit Theater, but this is definitely my personal favorite.
Okay, lovely. And I know that you've been with the Bullock Museum for about 8 months now. Can you talk to me a little bit more about what your role is there as coordinator?
Yeah, so my role is that I do all the adult programming. So that might be a focus film, that might be a workshop, anything that has to do with like adult learning would be things that I would do in the museum.
And that to me is such an interesting concept because of course as adults we always want to continue to grow, right? But what is kind of the idea that you take and run with to say this will teach adults something? Does that make sense? Because little kids, they're learning like crazy. There's all sorts of things we can teach them.
Well, I think like kids, adults also need to touch things and they need to make things. So I try and have something hands-on in every activity that we do for adults. So crafting to go with the movie. We just did a rare cactus workshop and we had them create artwork that went with it so that it's not just hearing in a lecture, but it's also an experience.
That's really cool. All right, guys, thank you so much for your time. Really cool subjects. I love it. All right, and it's the month of love. For more information on events this month over at the Bullock, visit thestoryoftexas.com. Welcome back. If you haven't made plans yet for Valentine's Day dinner, Pesce has you covered. The talented team at the restaurant is giving patrons the works with a fine French menu for you and that special someone. Joining us now with details is Chef John Lichtenberger. Chef, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to have you here. I haven't been to Pesce before, so can you talk to me a little bit about the restaurant and the menu that you offer?
Sure. Pesce is a timeless absinthe bar, and it's a French brasserie. We've been in business for over 17 years, and people just love the cocktails that we make and the cuisine that we make.
Did I just hear you say absinthe? Because I
Yes.
wondered when you brought this beautiful
Yes.
like silver piece in.
Absolutely.
Is it like an absinthe pourer? And
Yes,
it
it
is?
is.
Oh
Yes, it
my
is.
gosh. People just used to make such gorgeous things, didn't
Yes,
they?
absolutely.
Oh, it's really cool. Okay, you've got a special Valentine's Day menu. I asked you off camera, not prefix, so you can go and pick and choose your favorite bits.
Correct.
You're
yeah,
not
we generally
tied to a
we generally
dessert.
don't do a pre-fee because we feel it's a better value for our guests.
Oh, that's wonderful.
They can figure out what they want, or they can have one of the specials.
Well, I'll tell you what, my husband never wants the dessert, so
Oh, okay.
you figured
well,
it
we have
out
a creme
for him.
brulee you can share. That's wonderful.
That's actually the one
That's
thing
my
he
wife
really...
and I always share
Oh,
all
that's
the time.
so sweet.
Yeah.
All right, well, tell us a little bit about what's on that menu.
Okay, we're gonna to start off. I would have a drink. I would have a French 75, which is just an amazing drink to get your juices flowing, so you get hungry. And then we're gonna have a seafood bisque, a sinful seafood bisque.
Lovely.
After that, we have starters. We're gonna have a classic shrimp cocktail, and then we have for anybody that's in a mood for an aphrodisiac, we have fresh oysters with caviar.
Wink, wink.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
It's the day for it.
It's the day for it.
And
That's
then
right.
we're going to have an Atlantic halibut and a lobster gnocchi and a
Ooh.
Chateaubriand for two with béarnaise sauce, which is
Oh.
real classic and just a romantic and wonderful.
I like the idea
dish.
of it's kind of Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah,
You just sort of
exactly.
split the meal together. Okay.
Exactly.
And then, of course, for dessert, you've thought of that too. You've got a chocolate mousse that you're going to show us today.
Yes,
We've
mousse au
got a lot of
chocolat- mousse au
component parts.
chocolat with, we're using a brandy, a framboise brandy.
Okay,
That's
raspberry
from St. George.
brandy.
We also have their absinthe on our menu, so it's a
lovely.
great group.
Okay, where do we get
So
started?
what we did was we've already melted our chocolate. It's 8 ounces of chocolate.
And is this the sort of chocolate I can get from the store?
Yeah. This is a 64% chocolate. This is actually the beans come from Ecuador, which is one of the best places actually.
Well, so, okay, it's maybe a little bit better than what I can do from buying from HEB, but...
So we're gonna mix that in there.
Okay, so how many egg yolks did you just
This
put
is 6
in?
egg yolks
Okay,
to 8 ounces of melted butter, melted chocolate. Pardon me.
okay.
And then we've separated the eggs, and then we have egg whites here.
Okay.
That
And
we
so these
beat
are
it
the
to-
6 egg whites
Yes,
of
correct.
the yolks.
That we beat
okay.
it to a soft peak, and then we're going to incorporate the chocolate
Okay.
into that.
Already smelling absolutely amazing, Chef.
Yep.
And then we're gonna
And then we're
do,
gonna fold that in.
got it?
Sorry.
A lot, no, you're fine. A lot of tools we gotta change between. And as you're doing a little bit of this folding,
And
Chef,
then
go ahead.
And then this is 2 cups of heavy cream, whipping cream, that we're going to fold in as well.
Okay, that you've whipped up just a little
Correct,
bit. Yeah.
correct.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about your background. You said 35 years in your hometown.
Yeah, I worked in Manhattan for at least 35 years, and I've been here for 21 years now.
Have you really?
I came here for the beautiful weather.
And have you at any point gotten tired of the heat at this point?
There's been a couple of summers where I've been tired of it.
We
See-
gave you that ice storm though to make you feel at home a couple
Yeah,
weeks
exactly.
ago.
I think I'm the only one in my neighborhood that had a winter jacket.
Right, me too. Coming from the Midwest, you don't need it all that often, but every once in a while it makes you feel like a superhero.
So you want to incorporate that nice and gentle. You don't want to deflate the eggs or.
So what I see is that you go around and
Correct.
cut through,
Correct.
right?
Exactly.
And that keeps a little bit more air in
Yep.
the mousse.
And then you're gonna put this in. We use a coupe glass, and you're gonna let them sit for about 4 hours or so.
Okay, in the refrigerator or outside at
In the
room
refrigerator,
temp? Okay.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have some cream here that for a garnish that I've set aside.
And so is this the same thing, kind of that heavy whipping cream that you've just
Correct.
whipped up a little bit?
That has
so
a little
you can
bit of
reuse
that
some
has
of these
the raspberry in it,
Oh,
and a little bit of sugar as well.
Okay.
And then we're going to put a couple raspberries on top.
And raspberry with chocolate, what doesn't go better? My goodness,
And
that's
it's very, very sexy and romantic.
very sexy, very romantic. And a nice little fresh pop at the end.
Exactly.
We're putting just a touch of mint, is that right?
Exactly.
Oh, they look absolutely lovely.
That's it.
Okay, you coming to me? Can I
Coming
try
to you,
it?
yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Well, while I'm eating it, why don't you tell me what sets Pesce apart? Is there anything that you feel like makes your restaurant so much
it's
more
just
than
such a
others?
welcoming place. I mean, we have guests, and we call them our friends. I mean, we have friends that have been there for coming to us for years, and it's just a welcoming place where you can actually sit at the bar if you're by yourself, and you still feel like you're welcome, and you can have an amazing meal just sitting at the bar by yourself. Or you could come in as a date night. A lot of people come in first date night.
Ooh.
Or groups. We do a lot of birthday parties and such.
Okay.
But
Good
it's
to know
just
that you
a
take on groups.
welcoming place. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to be serving this menu Friday and Saturday. So if you can't get a reservation on Saturday, you might want to try Friday.
I love to hear that. I will say the depth of the flavor in this chocolate is absolutely fantastic. I think it goes back to using those incredible ingredients. that
Absolutely.
you
Yeah, we always
mentioned.
source the best that we can.
Absolutely. Okay. I do want to ask about downtown parking. It can be a little bit difficult, but you guys have that figured out?
Yeah, we have a service that people can use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then how do we make reservations? Do you still have any for Saturday?
It's getting close.
It's getting close, but Friday
you
maybe?
You can go on Resi to make a reservation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to
But
me.
Friday's still available for sure.
Okay. All right. Good to have it split over a couple of days. Take your Valentine out. Chef, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
For more information and to book your dinner spot at Pesce, visit PesceAustin.com. Hey, we are happy to be able to offer you some help if you're out there searching for jobs. KXAN has partnered with ZipRecruiter to help you find thousands of job openings in Austin and around the country. Just go to kxan.com/jobs where you can search thousands of new postings every single day. Check it out right now and get started on the path to your next career. Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by Taste on Main and Cadeau.